What's going on, boxing fans? Boxing fans! This is Jason Lloyd here with 10 Count Boxing News, and I got some cool news, man. Iron Mike Tyson is not only is he being hunted, he's being trolled, and he's being called out by his arch nemesis. None other than, here we go, Evander, the real deal, Holyfield. That's my boy. That's my boy. Gotta be one of my favorites of all time. Okay, so is Mike Tyson scared? Well, we know that Evander knocked him out once, completely KO'd the dude in a tough fight, and the second fight, the same thing was going down just like the first fight, and we know that Mike wanted out, so he wanted a disqualification. So what did he do but bite Evander's ear off? Why did he do that? Because he was scared of being humiliated once again by the champ Evander Holyfield, and I think that Mike might be running a little bit scared right now. Now I know there's tons and tons of Mike Tyson fans, and you got to remember that everybody has a boogeyman, okay? And especially in the boxing industry, a lot of times these fighters face each other in the amateurs, and then they go back and win titles later on. You know, they get a loss in the amateurs, they go back later on, and then they see this guy that beat them in the amateurs. And sometimes these guys still got their numbers. So, let's go ahead and jump into a tale of a tape and find out if Mike Tyson's running scared or if we're actually going to get to see this fight. So what do we got here? We got Iron Mike Tyson, 54 years young, man. The guy's a beast. He just came out. He just fought Roy Jones Jr. That was a pretty cool fight. Tyson looked great. Very, very aggressive. Very powerful still, but he did fight a legend as well. They're both legends, and so is Evander. And when you fight legends, these guys just don't fall on the ground left and right. You know, they could hold their own, and it was a great back and forth. Roy did everything that he had to do not to get knocked out and to stay competitive in that fight. Obviously, Tyson was way stronger. I think that the things will look a lot different when he fights Holyfield. Holyfield. Okay, Tyson hunted Roy for that whole fight. Holyfield will hunt Tyson, and if he gets met with some serious punches, not only does Holyfield absorb great punches, but he gives them right back, and sometimes he gives them back harder than the guy throwing the punches. And that's just the heart of a true champion. That's the heart of Evander Holyfield. So what do we got again? Okay, I say we got Mike Tyson, 54 years old. 5'10", a little bit short for a heavyweight, but nonetheless, it didn't stop him from being undisputed as a youngster. 220 pounds. His record of 50 wins, 6 losses, 44 knockouts. Man, you know Mike's got that power. He's got that power. He is the former undisputed champ. Mike says the Holyfield side was the one that was making it hard to make the deal of this fight. Is Mike scared? I think that if he wanted that fight, he could have made it. But let's keep digging into this. So I think it was totally fear that got Evander's ear bitten off. It was fear from the champ, like I say, that he was going to definitely get KO'd again. And I think in the back of Mike's mind, because Mike does have some issues sometimes mentally, and in the back of Mike's mind, Evander Holyfield is the boogeyman who definitely's got him figured out. I think, like I say, Roy Jones Jr. He ran all night, and he did the jab, and he jumped in and popped Tyson left and right. But like I say, that was a great fight. But Holyfield has a totally different style, and he's not going to fight him the way Roy Jones Jr. did. Holyfield will go straight to the action. He will go straight to the fight, and he will give everything that Tyson gives. He'll try to double that and give it all to Tyson until Tyson is just so exhausted that he got no other way out but to fall down on the canvas. That's just the way that Evander throws down, and I can't wait to see it. So let's go over a little bit of Evander's tale. Evander, the real deal, Holyfield, 58 years old. So Mike has 4 years advantage of being a little bit younger. 226 pounds. When he's out of shape, he could come in as low as 205 to 212 or something. And I think he's somewhere around 214 or 15 right now. And he's looking really good in physical condition right now. He's 42 and 8 with 27 KOs. Okay, he's the former heavyweight champion of the world, multiple belts, and he's also the former undisputed cruiserweight champion. So we know that Holyfield was a smaller guy, and the cards were always stacked against him his whole career. Everybody always had him, you know, oh, he's going to get killed, you know, Riddick Bowe, he's going to get killed by Mike Tyson. Lennox Lewis is going to kill this dude. And, you know, he won, he lost, he won, he lost. And that's against the champs. It's not against the, you know, the knuckleheads. So we just know that this guy's a great warrior. He's a true legend. He's going to go out and give it everything he's got. And here's the kicker. He's got Evander the Real Deal has a little ace in his hole right here. He's got something to pull out of the card deck. His current trainer is none other than the former heavyweight champion of the world, Vladimir Klitschko. Wow. And I tell you what, you know, everybody knows that Vladimir could bang. I mean, he was the champ for like 10 straight years, and nobody could touch this guy. He just wiped out the whole division until AJ and Tyson Fury came around, and Vladimir was getting at the end of his age, you know, to be holding those titles. So he was dethroned, but he stays in great shape, and he's currently training Evander the Real Deal for a fight against Mike Tyson. And you know, if Klitschko says he's ready, that guy's a genius, man. He's a doctor, and you know, you have to wait and see. But he's also training with former cruiserweight champ and former light heavyweight champ Antonio Tarver, who was just so happened to be speaking of boogeymans, he was definitely Roy Jones Jr.'s boogeyman. You got any excuses tonight, Roy? You know, if you ever seen the fight against Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones Jr., Antonio messed Roy Jones Jr. up. And you know, he's a great fighter. I think that he'll be great to be jumping in and training with Evander the Real Deal Holyfield. I think he'll bring great wisdom to that camp. And between him and Vladimir Klitschko, Evander, if you've seen the shape that the dude's in, man, he dropped a lot of weight. He turned, you know, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when he would come out in the ring, but Evander was ripped, man. And he's getting that way again. And he is not backing down. He's trolling Mike Tyson every chance he gets. You know, he's like, hey, dude, you're scared. You know, let's fight, sign the contract, you know, enough of this, enough of that. You know, Evander's great, man, and he wants that fight. He's saying that his ear needs redemption, and it needs a Tyson Holyfield 3. So I don't know about you guys, man, but would you be excited to see that fight? I mean, there's plenty of great fights out right now. Like I say, in about a week, we're going to get to see Kubrat Pulev against Anthony Joshua. That's going to be great to see on DAZN. But like I say, some of these OGs, man, I grew up watching these guys. And they were some of the most exciting fighters to ever jump in the squared circle, man. It was incredible. So like I say, Holyfield needs some redemption. I think he's one of the greatest fighters to ever lace the gloves up. And I know a lot of people out there, you know, Tyson has a ton of fans, and he knocked out so many people, but he did have a boogeyman, and that boogeyman's name was Evander the Real Deal Holyfield, which is Tyson's arch nemesis, like I say. And he is coming, he's trolling Tyson, and he's calling him out, and he's hunting him down. And you know, all I gotta say is, Tyson, if you're listening, buddy, I keep hearing this, you're the baddest man on the planet. I've been hearing that since I was a little kid, man. Tyson's the baddest man on the planet. If you're the baddest man on the planet, sign that contract, get in that ring with Evander the Real Deal Holyfield, and give us our third fight, man. The fans need it. But anyways, if you guys are new to this channel, we're doing a giveaway. These badass brand new Everlast boxing gloves. You could use them for fighting, training, beating up your best friends, you know, punching walls. It don't matter, man. But anyways, all you got to do is like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll send them to anywhere in the world. And again, this is Jason Loya with 10 Count Boxing News. And remember, after the 10 count, you out, suckers!
Boxing fans, boxing fans, boxing fans, boxing fans. And remember, after